All right, so let's talk about copy. Okay, first of all, there's one interesting rule about length of your ad copy, and that is there's three kinds of length. There's short form, medium form, and long form. So like 400 words kind of plus. What do you think are the two best performing? I'll give you the answer. The first one and the third one. Medium length copy is something you want to stay away from. Go with either really short or really long, because you don't want to have, what happens is it gets truncated. So you get the see more button. If people have to click and see more and there's like 4 more words in there, not as effective as if they click and see more and there's, another couple hundred words that are engaging and grip them and drive them through the ad. Okay. Second thing that I want you to be conscious of, and Facebook will let you know this, but I'll just make you aware of it so you don't have to get rejected. Okay. So curse words don't fly. You want to be compliant. Okay. And here's a couple examples, but like what can happen is you can get very easily banned from the platform if you keep going against these and keep doing things that Meta doesn't like. So make sure you try to stay as compliant as possible. It's not the end of the world if you get an ad rejected. Just tweak it and try again. And this involves landing pages as well. So if there's questionable content on your landing pages, you don't have your legal pages set up, there's boxes unchecked over there, start thinking about that as well. If you keep getting rejected. All right. So first thing you want to do is create your hooks. All right. This comes directly from your customer avatar canvas that you filled out with Scott. Is he identified with you all these pain points and all these, high-powered pain points that these people are feeling. And then we want to stack our offer attributes, right? You want to come up with your offer stack. And then you're going to just do some writing. Okay, so here's, creating your ad copy. We provided this worksheet earlier. You've already filled it out. This is where the best hooks are going to come from and the best ideas for copy. And basically you just have to rearrange some words, add a couple here and there, and you should be sailing. So let me give you some examples of some great ad copy, and we're going to look at finished ads here as well. And you're going to see how these brands have stacked their offers and stacked their ads with the TBIF examples. All right, so you can see the copy on these couple ads, and as you can see, they immediately start stacking these attributes, right? So that first one, there's a bit of brand in there, and any mention of Black Friday, Cyber Monday, or BFCM, it's going to be transactional. They're putting a discount offer or a gift with purchase offer, any kind of transactional offer in front of their audience to get them to buy. And this can work on a fully cold audience as well, especially around that holiday season. Into creatives. So there's a couple different ways you can approach this. The first way is native versus non-native creative. Okay, so that means that it either looks platform specific or it looks like an ad. And there's definitely a place for both. So you can see, this Shopify ad very much looks like an ad. And that's probably by design. Like they're looking for a specific type of customer, people who are very interested in Shopify and signing up for Shopify and getting started there. Whereas you get like a pet brand on the right side, and they're probably looking for more engagement and not to, stand out as an ad as people are scrolling through their feed. So they want to get people sharing and liking and then clicking kind of thing. And there's definitely a place for both. There's a place for user-generated content, UGC, like testimonial videos, people demonstrating your product, showing off how it works. What happens is a lot of time people are scrolling and we encounter what we call banner blindness, which means people ignore ads. They're trained to ignore ads, so they keep skipping by. If you run something that looks more native to the platform, they're like, oh, this is an actual post from maybe someone I know or someone who's got some cool original content that I want to engage with, right? So definitely a place for both. Choose wisely, and however deep you get down the funnel, you can go more for the jugular on those very salesy offer ads. All right, so when it comes to creative, the first thing you want to do is start to try to visualize the big idea, the angle, the hook, the transformation in as tangible way as possible. It's just like your hero image on your website. It has to just embody the idea that you're trying to convey. There's many different formats you can use: video, graphics, images, GIFs, animations, what have you. The best way to do it, try them all. Everything we do here is about testing. All right, so we're going to verify formats per platform, single image, carousel, video, reels, feed, all of these things. We're going to eventually be trying, testing, and figuring out what resonates best, where our audience is, and we're going to be tripling down on that. And obviously, always on brand, always with your color, always seeking, when someone sees your ad and they click on it, the landing page they hit has to speak to that ad as well. That is the best way, and that's called ad scent. If the scent goes away, your customers are going to be confused and they're going to bounce off the site. And let's look at some examples of creative. All right, so these are two ads that are very much both running the influence attribute. All right, right on the jewelry one, right from the top, they're going after a customer quote. And the creative itself is a piece of UGC, where she's talking about going on a date and wearing the jewelry. And it's very leading into the transaction, right? Very much focused on, yes, come and buy it. Because at the very bottom, the headline is come and purchase. Here's an offer, right? Buy one, get one 40% off. The other ad in this case is also influence based, right? So they're just going about it in a different way. They're leaning on we have all these millions of trees planted, which is an amazing brand attribute. However, it took you, our customers, to get there. So you can be a part of this thing, just like all the 10 million other people, right, who helped us plant all these trees. You can be a part of that. And even probably the biggest takeaway here is in the hardness of the sell. Even the calls to action are different. Right? One of them's shop now, one of them's learn more. They're both trying to sell stuff, and they've just figured out, I guarantee, testing, that this is what resonates best with the audience. All right, so of course you have your hook worksheet here. This is where you pull it from again for creative. You're always going after the hook, right? You want to embody that hook, embody that idea that you've come up with that's the biggest pain point in your customer's heart. So again, research what others are doing, go on their pages, see what their ads look like. You can literally look at the ads that they're running currently, right? Brainstorm images, graphics, make a list. You don't have to build them all at once, but have that database of ideas that you want to get. Don't get hung up on overproducing everything. Use your cell phone. UGC looks better when it's not polished, right? A lot of times you don't want that banner blindness. And also a lot of times the ad isn't going to have that long of a shelf life. Sometimes you put a bullet in it after a week, right? So if you spend thousands and thousands of dollars creating this massive amounts of creative, a lot of it's going to get bullets right away. Okay, so if you're just starting out, for sure you want to just get up and running, and that is most important. And finally, and probably most importantly, test. And I'm going to show you how to do that shortly. So let's just look at a quick black hair case study, our old friends there. When they came to us, they literally had not much happening. They exactly what I was talking about before. They'd tried ads, they lit something up, don't know if it worked, took it down a couple days later and said, I don't know what we're doing. Okay, so they did exactly this. They pulled the hooks. We worked with them. Scott worked with them. They created all of their own ads. They created all of their own hooks, filled out all of the attributes, and started testing. And here are the things that they created. Incredible, right? So if you go through, it's just, working the angles, working the hooks, creating that offer stack. A lot of it is, functional. They're talking a lot about the shirts and the material. They talk about the guy's an artist, Nick, and it's his original art. They don't even go too much into the story there, but they do, talk about the process a lot, the functionality, the brand, and that's a big differentiator when it comes to something as commoditized as t-shirts, right? And then as you can see on the right there, just 5 or 6 testimonials, boom, going just like we taught them, hitting that offer stack, trying out these ads. They tried a bunch. I think these are the last few that are still alive, running and crushing. And then boom, that's what happened. I know it's not a million, but they went from just, mom and pop shop in their living room to pretty significant income for for a 2-person operation. Okay guys, so your action items are to create your ads. I'd like to do it. I start in a Google Doc with copy. You have your hooks, you have your attributes, pull those, make 5 ads completely, from main copy to headline to description to creative, bust them out. And we're going to get them lit up here shortly.